Hey, and welcome back to Travel Check-ins with Saida
and Jermaine.
Today we're going to be breaking down our October budget. So this month we are going to be budgeting for our expenses in Kenya. We are an American couple. We live here in Kenya. We are still working on the visa process, but we still have expenses in the US in addition to our Kenya expenses. This month we're going to be telling you what our Kenya expenses are, starting with the category of birthdays. So Jermaine's birthday is coming up this month. He'll be spending his 51st birthday in Kenya.
Right.
So we're excited about that. I think we've kind of went around Nairobi a little bit, and we heard enough about Kenya to kind of say, okay, these are some things we could do.
Right.
And so we're going to sit down and we're going to talk through what we could actually do. We'll try to make a video of that because there's some really exciting things to do out here. Like, what's the zip lining place we're thinking about maybe going to?
If we go there, I think it's called the Forest or something like that.
Yeah. So we have a few things on our list that we've done some research on, and he has a birthday coming up. So we're going to budget for this month for his birthday. What are we placing the budget at?
$100, right?
Yeah, we're gonna try to stay within $100 budget.
Be honest.
And we try to be like frugal. So yeah, we're gonna see what we can squeeze into $100, and so that'll be a challenge for us. We may do a video and show you everything we were able to do with $100 for Jermaine's 51st birthday. So our next category is Safaricom, which is our data.
Right. I mean, that's gonna probably be the same thing every month. I don't plan on going down. It's a possibility it could go up. I don't know. It depends on how much we're calling and how much data we're using, but it's kind of hard to figure that out within 1 month. Truthfully, I think it'll take about 2 to 3 months before we really know how much data and stuff like that we need.
I have a question about Safaricom.
Okay.
Are you finding Safaricom to be a little confusing to kind of keep up with what's going on with it?
Well, this is the thing, right? We don't come from here, so we're not used to the system. So, yes, it's kind of confusing, but if the shoe was on the other foot, someone from here will went over and not have to deal with, well, who we do? Verizon Home. I mean, it may be the same thing, so I don't put too much thought into it. So we'll just get somebody to help us like we always do.
Yeah.
And go from there.
And that's one thing we were working on this weekend, just figuring out what numbers to dial to figure out how much service you still have left.
Yeah, I got some of them. But
yeah, and what your balance is. And then Safaricom sends a lot of messages, and they'll say, hey, you could get this extra something, or we sent you an extra
now
500.
The phone bill's in my name of Verizon, so you didn't get all these, but they do it too.
Yeah.
Just to be honest with you, get this, buy this. Now, all of them do the aggravating thing.
Yeah, I just don't. So at this point, I'm just not sure like what to accept. So I don't accept anything.
No.
But once we learn the system, we'll know if it's something we need or not. So the next category we have is groceries, and we are switching our grocery budget a little bit from what we budgeted last month. So for last month, we budgeted $400 for September for groceries.
Right.
This month, we're actually changing our budget for groceries to $275.
Right.
Why?
I mean, because you don't cook anymore. I mean, you don't have time, but it is what it is. The bottom line is you don't cook anymore. You can't really cook anymore. I mean, we're just busy, so so we have to eat out.
Yeah, so we had allocated $400 to groceries last month, and we didn't spend it all. So we did go over in our budget for restaurants a little bit,
right.
But so we're kind of just switching things up this month. Groceries is instead of $400, it's going to be $275.
Now, if you listen, this is for the American audience. If you're American and you have fancy tasting food, or you can go over that now. Don't think you just come over here and Kenya is just super cheap. Yes, cheap to some people. They know where to shop. They eat differently and all that kind of thing. But if you come over here with your same appetite, you can spend some money. I was never really a fancy food eater anyway. I just like good food. So
So our next category is restaurants, and we're also switching up our restaurant budget a little bit. If you guys want to know what our full budget was for the month of September, make sure you go back and watch that video. But for this month, we are budgeting $275 for restaurants.
Right.
We find that eating out is just more cost effective for us. It's more basically it's more benefit in terms of time. We can go to a restaurant and get something to eat, come back. We can take an Uber to a restaurant, get something to eat, take an Uber back, and we'll have leftovers. So we'll eat at the restaurant, we'll bring home leftovers, and between the cost of the Uber and the cost of the meal, we're getting more bang for our buck than if we're comparing to what we'd have gotten in the US, and we find that it's a good value. It's saving us time on having to shop for groceries, having to prep food, and having to actually cook. One of the things we are working on is possibly getting someone to come and do some cooking for us, because we would like to eat at home, but until we find someone who can actually come and cook, for right now we are rebalancing our food budget and putting $275 towards restaurants for this month.
Yeah, you can't get this quality of food for $275 in the US for how much we eat out.
Yeah.
You might get, if you do Chick-fil-A, which is okay, I eat Chick-fil-A too, or McDonald's or something like that, you may be, but not eating like the food we can get. It's like ethnic food, different kind of, different races and cultures food.
Yeah,
so you can't
it's
get authentic too.
Food, yeah, and it's really, really good. The quality of the ingredients are good.
One thing I noticed about Kenyans, a lot of these restaurants, right? It could be an Indian restaurant, but it has Kenyans working. You can't tell the difference.
Yeah, with the taste of the food.
Yeah, usually in the U.S., if it's a, say, I don't know,
Thai restaurant,
you got somebody white or black working in there, it's not going to taste the same. But here, I know Kenyans know how to match that.
Yeah, so the food is really, really good, and we get more bang for our buck. Because even like when you mentioned Chick-fil-A, we'll spend $27, $28 on Chick-fil-A.
For both of us?
Yeah.
That's a bit much.
How much do we spend on Chick-fil-A?
Now, probably about $20.
$20?
I think so. You normally get a kid's meal anyway.
Well, I'm saying when I get the kids meal because I'm trying to be frugal.
Oh,
but I'm talking about
that's on you.
when I don't get the kids meal. Like, remember I bought that last new sandwich that was $12, the one with the smoky bacon, and then it had the chipotle stuff, and then it had the sweet and
but
pickles.
you was doing whatever. Like, I didn't spend that much money, right?
But Jermaine, that's what I want.
Well, you should have got it.
I did. So when we bought that time, it was like $27 and change.
Oh, it was.
So if I get a kids meal, it's going to be less expensive.
I didn't know you was faking.
No, I was trying to be prudent with our finances.
You didn't say that not one time.
Well, the point is, right?
Yeah, point.
Do you not be hungry after you eat Chick-fil-A?
I don't, because I get what I want.
You've never been hungry after you ate Chick-fil-A?
Never is a big word, but you talking about, I get the macaroni, I get the chicken, whatever that is, and I get the fries. So I make some food.
And you spend $20 for that?
No, less than $20 if it's just me, but for both of us.
How much is that? For the macaroni,
yeah, that's
large fries.
I don't get large, I get medium. They don't seem to do right with
But you've gotten large. The only reason why you stopped getting large is because you said they be giving you a medium amount in there.
Yeah, but we talking about the norm, right? So my norm is medium. I don't get large.
Okay.
And with the chicken, they actually went up before we left.
Okay.
About $12.
So you say $12.
Maybe that, give or take $1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how much is my food if I get a sandwich, a medium fries?
Now since I see that you matching my energy, it's gonna be about 24. But that's not what you were doing. So hey, I didn't know.
I wasn't getting kids meals. Only sometimes for dinner. I was getting a regular size. Remember I was getting a chicken sandwich, and remember I would put that barbecue sauce, the orange one.
With no fries.
Jermaine, I love Chick-fil-A fries. I was getting waffle fries. You tripping? Okay. Jermaine, we would come home and heat our food up on that square pan. You forgot?
If you say so.
He's having a memory lapse. But anyway, $20-something for Chick-fil-A. I used to hear from him that he was still a little hungry after he ate, but he says no.
Nope.
But my point that I'm trying to make, and he's not trying to make the point with me, is you don't get 2 meals when you spend that money for Chick-fil-A. You get 1 meal, you eating that 1 meal, and that is it.
Oh no, you're not getting 2 now.
There's no leftovers. and then you spending your gas to get there. And one of the reasons why we would eat at Chick-fil-A is because they have like the best customer service in some of these like fast food restaurants and even some of these regular restaurants.
Even with that being said, if Chick-fil-A was here, would you get it?
That's the point. If Chick-fil-A was here, and Chick-fil-A is like one of the only like restaurants I would like consistently go to in the U.S.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna know Chick-fil-A. The food is just so good here, and the service is good here, and the amount of food you get for your money here.
I don't want to tell the people lies.
For what?
I'm gone.
If Chick-fil-A was here,
I surely would. I ain't gonna lie.
I wasn't lying.
Well, maybe you.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
He eats at KFC.
But, yeah.
Actually, we have a KFC for dinner tonight. Gotcha.
Right, but KFC here is good.
I know KFC here is good. So imagine what Chick-fil-A would taste like here. And Chick-fil-A is already good back at home. It won't be so good. I know we got home. Okay, so restaurants, we're budgeting $275. So ride shares, Ubers. We typically take Ubers, but Jermaine has actually gotten on a motorbike in the last couple of days. And I think that this month in October, we are actually going to take a boater for the first time.
I think so. And Uber, we might come under on that because I realize I'm not going to be going as far. I'm pretty much done with the mall situation. So I probably won't be going as far. So we may come under and we'll go somewhere, about 20 out of the 30 days a month? Yeah.
Yeah, if we could get the boaters down packed and we can get on one and feel comfortable, I think we may take boaters sometimes as well. Yeah. Not all the time, because sometimes, you just like to be in a car when you're going where you're going if it's out in the elements. But check back with us this month. I think we might do a boater. So our other category is going to be our travel and health insurance. And we use Safety Wing for travel and health insurance. Right. It covers anything not anything, but most of like major things if they happen while we're outside of the U.S. And for that, between Jermaine and I, we pay $237.44. If you are looking to do some traveling and you want to save some money and you're looking to get Safety Wing, we'll link to our referral link down in the comment section below, and you get like so much off your first month. So if you want to save some money, make sure you click that link down in the comment section.
Yeah, you need to have some type of travel insurance if you're going to be living kind of overseas. But the thing about Safety Wing or the things like it, right? Our prices are different. Even though we're 3.5 years apart in age, once you turn 50, they go up on the prices. So she's got about another 2 years, 2.5 years of being it's about $50 more for me, right?
Yeah, I think mine was like 40 something.
Was it? No,
maybe it was
like 90 and mine was like 140.
140. Yeah. So mine's is around 90 something bucks. Jermaine's is 140 something. That's because of age. When you get to 50, it's like they just go up on the price.
Right.
And after this weekend, I'm glad we did have that health insurance after what we.
Oh yeah, well nobody got hurt. So
no, nobody got hurt, but I'm glad we had it in place.
Yeah, possibility.
Yeah, because we did some adventurous stuff this weekend that we'll tell you guys about in another video. And the next category in our budget is our rent. And for the month of October, we are budgeting
$2,200 again.
$2,200 for rent. Right. We're not going to leave the apartment that we're in. We are going to stay here. We like it here. We are going to be looking at some other apartments. I've put together a list. And when Jermaine and I get some time, when the Lord carves out the time for us, because the things we're doing right now, it's like our days are kind of between the YouTube channel, between class, and between work, and then just managing regular household stuff, and then quality time between the two of us.
And other stuff we got going on. Yeah, that's a lot.
Right. And then making sure we have time to call our family members in the evening, which would be like daytime for them. Trying to go around and look at apartments is just not something we have time to do right now. But it's something that we do want to do. And then also the visa situation, like we said. Not like we said, but we are still working through the visa process. Our current visa is like 90 days. We got 90 days on our visa.
Right. We have to get a little extension.
Yeah, we'll
Right.
have to get a little extension to stay the full amount of time
Right.
that we want to stay before heading back to the U.S. for the holidays.
Yeah.
But then when we come back, we will start working on a more long-term visa.
Yeah, right. We'll renew the travel visa.
Right.
Then start working on this other visa. And once we have that, and I get my money up, it ain't gonna be 2,200. I'm going to get geary if I get my money.
Going to Karen Runda.
Yeah, if I can. I just don't have it like that right now, so I can't go.
Right.
But as
So
soon as I get my money up.
yes, because when we have looked about those apartments are even more, and those houses,
yeah.
I should say, houses are more than what we pay.
This is the thing too that we want to tell everybody, especially either side. We don't want a house really right now. We spent 20 something years raising kids in a house. They had 5 bedrooms. That was cool when you were raising kids, but now it's just us two. I don't need to be in a big house. What I want is amenities. I don't care about the big spaces and all that. I'm 50 years old. I don't need that anymore. I just don't want to be cleaning up. I don't want to have
Spaces we
to
don't
cook.
use, yeah.
I don't want to space. I want to be inconvenienced.
Yes.
That's really what it boils down to.
And a lot of you guys have asked us what we're getting for $2,200 in rent.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting a lot. And we're going to do a video on that. We're going to go do a video. We're going to walk through the amenities and the benefits that we get for the $2,200. And mind you, you guys might watch the video and say, oh, well, that's a waste of money. Well, at the end of the day,
it could be. But no, not for me. It's not.
Right. For us,
No.
we like what we're getting.
Right.
And like we said, we have a home in the U.S. We have a 5-bedroom home in the U.S. in the suburbs in a nice community.
Right. We didn't sell it.
Yes.
We rented it out. So.
If we wanna go back to a home in the U.S., we could do that. Right now, we're not ready for a home. Who knows?
Right. Eventually, maybe.
Yeah, maybe someday we may want a home in Kenya. But right now, we don't. We have not lived in an apartment for 24 years. And we're in an apartment.
Really, yeah.
And some of the reasons why we would never move to an apartment is, one, because it didn't make sense to rent. 2, because of the noise factor when you have people living above you, beneath you, and beside you.
Space for kids to run around in the yard. Stuff like that. Yeah.
But even with that, it's so quiet here. Like, we don't hear our neighbors. There's not even really a lot of neighbors here. We just love it here.
I can't really say it's quiet now, because like I said before,
it's not quiet in the building?
it's quiet in the building.
That's
but
what
outside,
I mean.
oh yeah, the building.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you live in apartments in the U.S., sometimes you have somebody above you,
Oh, yeah,
beneath you,
we don't
beside
hear
you.
all that. Yeah,
You
yeah.
hear the noise in their apartments.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the noise on the outside.
No, I'm talking about like when we come into our apartment.
Oh no.
You don't hear people running around above your head. You don't hear
love it.
talking. It's just so quiet. It's like a little cocoon in
A
here.
little sanctuary.
Little sanctuary of peace.
Yeah.
We love it.
For 2,200.
For 2,200.
Get my
But
money up.
I know, right? But that's it, guys. That's all we have for you for today. We thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, and we will catch you guys in the next video.